Що? Я не бачу. Ой, Боже.
Одним словом, пиздец.
Упал нам.
Это наш?
Ну вот этот наш бегает.
А там тоже. Бедные люди там что?
А чё тот остановился?
Вот так?
Да, машину заебашил.
Кстати, машина назад.
По ним гатит. А по ним он гатит по ним.
Охуеть. Что?
Hello, all you beautiful and amazing people. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, I'm your host, Hyde, and this is Hide and Seek Media, where we talk about news, sports, politics, and so much more. So, everybody's been asking me, Hyde, what do you think about Ukraine? What do you think about Putin going in and, doing what he's doing? Did you really think he was going to invade Ukraine when he was moving all those soldiers down there? My answer to them is yes. Are you surprised? I wasn't surprised in the least. And my second statement is, if you were surprised, you obviously aren't watching my videos, because if you had been, you would know this was inevitable. This was going to happen. And pretty soon there will be another domino that falls, and we will see Taiwan get taken by China. But no, I wasn't surprised that Putin invaded Ukraine. He's wanted Ukraine back ever since he became president of Russia. Basically, Putin wants to hold Ukraine so that he can then put a stranglehold on Eastern Europe for oil and gas. This is all about energy. Without energy, the world don't go round. And thanks to Biden cutting off all of our oil and gas production here in the U.S. and taking us from energy independent to energy dependent, our allies in those areas have nowhere else to turn. Hell, we're buying oil from Russia. Not to mention China signed an $80 billion 30-year deal with Russia to build a pipeline to pipe natural gas straight into China. Hello, people. Are y'all paying attention yet? I hope so. I hope you are. I really hope you guys are paying attention. Look, maybe I need to get a little bit more lively for you, right? Are you paying attention yet? This isn't just about an evil guy wanting to hurt people This is about so much more. So much more. But there is a lot going on in the Ukraine situation, and so we're going to get into that, a few of the updates going on with the Ukraine invasion, and possible war crimes committed by Russia. We're going to get into all of that with a couple of articles that I found that I think you might find interesting. So let's check out these articles and get into the latest in Ukraine. We have this story here from CBS News. Ukraine seeks immediate ceasefire and Russian withdrawal in first direct talks during Putin's ongoing invasion. Ukrainian and Russian delegates sat down Monday for the first direct negotiations between the two countries since Russia launched its invasion 5 days earlier. The talks went for hours, and while they brought some hope for an end to the war, Ukraine's president and residents in Kiev made it clear they expected little of the decision. Even as the meeting took place, there were reports of intensified Russian shelling in eastern Ukrainian cities. Russia would not clarify its aims for the talks, but CBS News' Haley Ott reported that Ukraine's key demands were an immediate ceasefire and the withdrawal of all Russian troops. Russian officials said the meeting had ended by early evening and that the respective delegations were headed back to their capitals to discuss the negotiations. Ukraine's capital of Kiev was still on edge Monday, but residents were allowed out of their houses and shelters for the first time since Saturday night, when the local government, bracing for an escalation of Russia's siege on the city, said anyone on the streets would be treated as an enemy. And as you can see, it is getting brutal. Hey, if you like the video so far and you like what I'm doing here on my channel, there's a lot of different ways you can help support my work. I list a bunch of different crypto wallets in the description down below that you can donate to. I have my own merch link where you can go pick you out some funny political t-shirts and hoodies like this one right here. You can head over to Locals and join my community, which is free, but with your premium subscription of just $2.99 a month, you'll get access to all of my videos that I put up on YouTube and Rumble, but also all of the articles I write and exclusive content that I put up only on Locals. So head on over and become a member today. But remember, the best way you can help support my channel is by hitting that share button and sharing this video on all social media platforms. YouTube has given me a permanent warning, and I've gotten a number of strikes over the last year that my channel has been up, and so they're not gonna push my videos as much as I would like them to. So I need you guys to do it. Hit that share button and share this video on all social media platforms. Appreciate you guys watching. Let's get back to the news. They go on to report, hours before the Russian-Ukrainian negotiations began at the location near the border with Belarus, Ukrainian officials said Russia had yet again shelled major cities overnight. Defense officials said Ukraine's second largest city was coming under intense artillery fire during Ukrainian forces after Ukrainian forces recaptured it from Russian troops the previous day. So, I mean, fighting is still going on in Russia, fighting is still going on in Ukraine, but they demand, all right, a ceasefire, an immediate ceasefire. Well, not only are they demanding an immediate ceasefire, but they are also demanding an inquiry into possible Russian war crimes. So, Ukraine is alleging that old Vladimir Putin has committed some serious war crimes in his invasion of Ukraine and should be investigated and charged and convicted of said war crimes. Now, there have been 8 countries in the European Union who have come out and said they endorse fast-tracking Ukraine membership process to get them into the European Union so that they will have more leverage when negotiating with Russia. So that's all in the works right now, and we'll see how that plays out later on down the road. By the time this video comes out, they may have already been, elected into membership. But as of right now, they haven't been. So they're trying to get them into the European Union so they'll have better leverage to negotiate with. And because they feel like they have been violated and they need, they need some support. They need some help. Well, it looks like they're going to get it. From The Guardian, we have this story. ICC prosecutor to investigate possible war crimes in Ukraine. Karim Khan says that although Ukraine isn't a member of the ICC, it has awarded jurisdiction to the court. So, The Guardian goes on to report the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, ICC, in The Hague has announced that he will launch an investigation into possible war crimes or crimes against humanity in Ukraine. Karim Khan said that although Ukraine was not a member of the IEC, it had awarded jurisdiction to the court. He said that there was grounds to open an investigation based on a previous preliminary investigation on Crimea and on Donbass published last year and on current events in Ukraine. I have already tasked my team to explore all evidence preservation opportunities, Khan, a British lawyer, said. He said that he could go to ICC judges to approve the inquiry, but it would be faster if an ICC member state referred the case to his office, which would allow us to actively and immediately proceed with the office's independent and objective investigations. Earlier in the day, Lithuania had called on the ICC to open an investigation into possible war crimes committed by Russia and Belarus in Ukraine. Lithuania's prime minister told the Washington Post, "What Putin is doing is just murder and nothing else. And I hope he will be in The Hague." With evidence mounting of Russia's use of indiscriminate cluster munitions on Ukrainian cities and the leveling of residential buildings in Kharkiv. I probably butchered that name. In particular, the government of Kiev is also preparing a case against Moscow to take to The Hague. Ukraine has also taken Russia into the International Court of Justice for having launched an invasion on the pretext of false claims of genocide perpetrated against the country's Russian speakers. So that was what Putin used to justify his invasion, apparently, according to them, I will say. Now, what they've laid out here, as far as his crimes against humanity or war crimes, that's those are good. Those are good. But the Daily Wire's got him beat. Daily Wire's got him beat. Okay? You have this story from the Daily Wire. Russia has mobile crematoriums to evaporate dead soldiers. Okay. Mobile crematoriums. They go on to report Russia reportedly has mobile crematoriums following its military in Ukraine that could evaporate dead soldiers in order to hide the number of casualties. The Telegraph reported that Russian forces have prepared a mobile crematorium for use in any future conflict with Ukraine that has room to evaporate one body at a time, which has been seen trailing Russian forces and is expected to follow any troops into Ukraine. Bro, that is insane. Okay? Let's just talk about this on a level of yo. All right? So, Putin has mobile crematoriums following his soldiers and just picking up the dead bodies, putting them in there, burning them, burning them, burning them. Now, as insane as that is, from a military standpoint, a strategic standpoint, it's freaking genius. Genius. The morale of your soldiers can't go down if they don't know how many people are actually dead. You can't officially say how many people died because you didn't keep track. And thirdly, you can dispose of your enemy and no one would know. Oh no, those people didn't die. They probably just ran away. You heard about all these people running away, right? And fleeing the country. They probably just fled the country to somewhere else. They didn't die. When all the while, all these innocent civilians are dying and they're just being burned up in these mobile crematoriums too. Hey, I wouldn't put it past somebody like Putin to do some crazy shit like that, right? So, there you have it, folks. That's my update on Ukraine. I think looks like they're going to be investigated. Russia's going to be investigated for this invasion, possible war crimes. Hey, if they got mobile crematoriums, they're definitely burning bodies. If they're burning their soldiers, they could be burning Ukrainian soldiers and Ukrainian civilians that they've killed by mistake. And they don't want anyone to know, right? All I'm saying, there's no reports of that. I'm just saying it's possible. But this isn't it, right? This isn't it. We're going to see China invade Taiwan before the 4th of July. I think we're going to see it before the 4th of July. Maybe at the end of July we'll see it. Before then. Yeah. Because I don't think this Ukraine invasion is going to last much longer. And China's going to want to strike while the other... Shit. Yeah, I don't think this Ukrainian invasion is going to last much longer, and China's going to want to strike while the iron's hot. So you can bet your bottom dollar that it's going to happen soon. And gas prices are about to go up through the roof thanks to this invasion in Ukraine. Imagine what happens when you can't get computer parts anymore and microchips because China took over Taiwan and that's where they're all made. Whew. Talk about some serious supply chain and production problems. And that's just the start of it. Now, as far as Putin and Ukraine, I don't think he's looking to invade all of Eastern Europe, right? I think what he wants is he wants Ukraine back. And then he wants to put a stranglehold on Eastern Europe by hoarding and lording over all of the energy they're going to need. I mean, he's got all the oil and gas. And so all he's got to do is say, guess what? Screw you guys. I'll just turn it down a little bit or raise the price. And not only that, speaking of price, here's a little tidbit for all of you who watch to the end of the video. These sanctions that the U.S. and the UN and all these people put on Russia ain't doing shit. Ain't doing shit. Russia's going to move to cryptocurrency. And you watch. They're going to start using cryptocurrency, and it's not going to matter what you sanctions do. It doesn't matter what banks you take us out of. It's crypto. It's worth this many cryptos, worth that many cryptos, worth this many dollars. Hey, it's crypto, though. You can't do it's decentralized. So when Russia moves to that, the whole world is going to be put on notice. Because China will follow suit, and then when you have the new axis of power for, like, when they get together and they actually initiate this, hostile takeover over the next 2 years, because in 2024, they're trying to get all this done before 2024, because we all know what's going to happen in 2024. And so they're trying to get this done before then. But if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video and the topic. I love to engage with my viewers, so feel free to fire away. Again, I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.